Hi, hello, hello. This is Mr. Twisted Ass 454. How the fuck are you? Fucking pounded anyway. I'm gonna be reading one of my favorite chapters. This is one I really enjoyed making, and I hope you enjoy the reading. I do assure you that it does have some relatively offensive material in it. It is called Camp Treblanca. Now, the idea of Camp Treblanca, it's kind of a spoof of a weight loss camp, except the only thing is, well, it's also like a Nazi-style concentration camp. So, and all the fat people have, like, the Star of David on their fucking arm and get, like, blown off. They get, like, fucking blown away and shit. You know, it is relatively controversial, but it's funny nonetheless. You know, it's some fucking funny shit. See, because I am an expert at making things that would normally be considered horrific funny. That's part of what I do. So anyway, shall we begin? Enough fucking mumbo jumbo here. Are you tired of being a fat fuck? Has every weight loss tactic failed you? Fortunately, there is a final solution. Camp Treblanca, the most effective weight loss / extermination camp in the world. Here's how it works in 5 easy steps. Step 1. Get your fat, blubbery ass into a freight car, like a train car. Toot toot! You know, the usual. Okay. Now, there is a depiction of the big fat motherfucker before, and there is a depiction of fat people being loaded into train cars, and the Nazis fucking blows one of them away. You notice they all say things like wide load, overloaded hogs, cows. Moo. Step 2. Work your fucking ass off. Like, for instance, there you see all the fat people fucking laying bricks and doing like really labor intensive shit. Like, one guy's about to keel over from a fucking heart attack. Okay. Now, here's where things get really fucking interesting. I just, like, lost my fucking train of thought. Oh, here it is. This is one of my favorite parts. Step 3. Rent your fat ass out to the Angel of Death. For those of you that don't know who the Angel of Death is, he was Joseph Mengele. Did a lot of really fucked up shit back in the day. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Okay? Now here is a depiction of Joseph Mengele using a flamethrower to try to melt the fat off the guy. And he says, am I losing weight? Am I losing weight yet? No, try dieting. Your burnt fat is stinking up the joint. I cannot do a German accent at all, so I'm just gonna have to run with it. And here, the Angel of Death, here, a fat lady demanding she wolf down some burgers, even though it is obvious that she is undergoing rudimentary stomach transplant surgery, has no stomach, bowels out, and her stomach turned into a lampshade. So try to imagine a big fat bitch on like a medical table, and her, you know, her torso is eviscerated open, and her intestines and entrails are, like, hanging on the fucking floor, and, like, you know, Joseph Mengele, or the Angel of Death, made her stomach into a lampshade, and then he has, like, her new stomach in a bag, and then this fucking bitch wants a cheeseburger. She says, I want a fucking cheeseburger. Like, your fucking guts are hanging on the ground. All you think about is a fucking cheeseburger. Ah! You'll see it momentarily. You'll see the depiction. She says, I want a fucking cheeseburger. And then he says, that's not a very good idea. Don't ask me why Joseph Mengele is wearing a fucking hockey mask. I don't know, but he's a fucking weird dude. Step 4. Avoid taking showers. And there, you see a couple big fucking fat asses in the fucking gas chamber. Step 5. Stay on a stringent diet. And there you see a Nazi feeding a big fat motherfucker table scraps out of his hand. You know, like if you have a little dog, like a little dog or something under the table, you might put a little food in your hand and fucking, give table scraps to the dog. Well, that's kind of what he's doing with this big fat person. And you'll notice in the story, the rest of the story is just kind of mumble jumbo. There's a scene where there's a guy in a fucking oven, like a Jew, like a big fat guy in a fucking oven. And he says, "Give me some whiskey on the rocks." And there's a dumbass Nazi bartender. And then later on it shows like before and after. It's just back in mumbo jumbo, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. I hope to see you next time on the official channel of Twisted Story Asylum. Thank you for your time, and I approve this message. Thanks. Bye-bye.